It's a cool autumn evening, there's a pizza in the oven downstairs, and my boy Sora finally got into Smash. Nothing can ruin this night. Please don't misunderstand me. I am incredibly excited for Battlefield 2042's beta and its launch. I want this game to do really well. But I thought I would do a fun little thing. I've done this before in the past. This video should be going live after the 2042 beta has already started or is about to start. I have not currently played the Battlefield 2042 beta yet at the time of recording this. We're just gonna go over what I'm hoping for and what I want my experience to be like. Going over the tech tests, betas, and alphas of Call of Duty Vanguard and Halo Infinite have given me a pretty good list of things I don't want to see and do want to see when it comes to the beta of Battlefield 2042. Now, I'm not gonna go too far into game design, spawns, and even bugs because I do expect those to be mostly squashed after launch. While spawns, map design, weapon balance might be mentioned in future reviews and initial impressions videos, I'm not going to be harping on it because it's, a beta. So first off, what did I experience in the Call of Duty Vanguard beta that I don't want to experience in Battlefield 2042's? Everything! The Vanguard beta wasn't inherently evil or anything, but I didn't like all of the weird ammo attachments that changed up gunplay to a drastic and annoying degree, but most of all, the visibility in Vanguard sucks. Even after the changes they did during the beta, which I'm very appreciative of, there was so much crap on my screen, I hated it. Too many particle effects and smoke effects and debris flying everywhere and screen shake and flinch and your screen flashing red. I mean, here's a screenshot of what it looks like to get shot at in Vanguard. This is one bullet hitting me. This is the frame of a bullet hitting me. This should not be a thing in a game with this fast of a time to kill. Also, Vanguard doesn't bring in a ton of novelty. Yes, there are new things here that warrant a purchase in my opinion. It just didn't capture my imagination and it didn't make me go, oh my god, this is Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare 2019 did. Vanguard lacked that wow factor, that immersion factor that excites me. MW, especially when compared to the Call of Duty games that came recently before it and right after it, just nailed immersion and detail, and Vanguard didn't get me excited in that same way. So when it comes to Vanguard, ammunition types that add nothing but balance issues, poor visibility, and a lack of immersion and wow factor is what I'm hoping Battlefield 2042 can avoid. I want to be immersed. I want it to not have a bunch of unnecessary garbage in the gunfights so that the gunfights feel clean and predictable to some degree, to a good degree. Not boring, but not, fire incendiary, flinch increasing bullets nonsense. And then yeah, compared to Vanguard, I really hope I can see my targets in the Battlefield 2042 beta when I go to shoot them. Next up, Halo Infinite. I had way more fun with Halo Infinite than I did Call of Duty Vanguard, except for one massive thing that I just can't shut up about. The controls. The aiming just feels generally bad on controller when it comes to Halo Infinite. The game feels like a bad PC port on console from little performance issues and UI errors, stuttery frame rates when moving around in the test range. The overall performance of the game is what really dampened my enjoyment. Halo basically dangled a bunch of really fun mechanics and sandbox elements in front of me, and then basically said, now control it with Jello. I think people take me too seriously when I talk about this. Obviously it wasn't unplayable and it was still enjoyable, but it also made me feel like it was the first FPS game I ever played on a controller, and that's not exactly a feeling you want to give when Halo has been a prominent console landmark since, its first iteration. Even if you don't mind the controls in Infinite, you have to at least realize it didn't feel as good on controller as something like Halo 3 and Halo Reach and Halo 2 and Halo 1 and ODST and just all of them. I would much rather play the MCC, and if that's because of the aim assist, then so be it. Whatever the reason you guys can come up with is, in general, it just didn't feel right. The dead zones, the aiming, the fine precision, the lack of aim assist, whatever it is, I don't really care. The result's the same. It didn't feel right in my hands to play it. Again, not unplayable, not miserable. Put down your pitchforks. I swear to God, I'm gonna have to start erecting spikes around my house when I talk about this. I've been playing a lot of console shooters recently, and this is the only one that made me feel like I had never touched a controller before. So please, stop trying to tell me that I'm wrong when it comes to this. Even Mint Blitz says it feels generally bad. So, okay, I have him in my corner. I have 343 saying they're gonna work on it. I'm so self-conscious about this because it makes me feel like I'm terrible at the game. And to a certain degree, I was, but I feel like I have a good reason. This is the entire situation that I want to see avoided in Battlefield 2042's beta. Everything in Halo Infinite, except for its BTB mode, I think is absolutely nailed to a T. I actually really like the game. It's just that BTB was missing that BTB magic, and I already made a video about that. If you want to watch it, I'll try to remember to link it at the end of this video. But because my opinion means so little anyway, why not talk about magic? I really hope that Battlefield 2042 captures that Battlefield, Bad Company 3, 4, even Hardline magic that I adored, that sandbox, box of toys feeling of previous games, and when they went to World War I and II, they were just limited by the time period, limited by the settings, just it frustrated me because Battlefield 1 and 5 feel and look fantastic, but they don't nail that Battlefield magic. I mean, if you just consider Battlefield's magic to be large-scale combat, spawning on your friends, defending objectives, then yeah, our perspectives are different because I think Battlefield is that on top of being a super fun sandbox, and I don't get super fun sandbox from Battlefield 5 or 1. I get mediocre okay sandbox from Battlefield 5 and 1. So what do I want from the Battlefield 2042 beta? I want it to feel consistent. No weird attachments or ammo types that are pointless to the game and only add balancing issues. I want good visibility. I want seeing an opponent to not be the hardest part of the game. Whether I'm taking fire or giving it, I want to be able to see what's going on around me so I don't feel this feeling of claustrophobia every time I get into a gunfight like I did with Vanguard, or most gunfights in Vanguard. And also I hope it has a wow factor. I hope it kind of blows me away on the Xbox Series X. I hope it blows people away on high-end PCs. I want little bits of detail. I want big, grandiose moments. I really want to have my breath taken away a little bit. Modern Warfare 2019 was able to do that within the context of Call of Duty. I really hope 2042 can do that again here. I also hope the beta controls well. I just want this beta to feel good in my hands on a controller. DICE is actually really good at making their console ports feel less and less like downgrades the more time has gone on, so I'm not too nervous about this, but after Halo Infinite, I am. But last but not least, I really hope that Battlefield magic shows itself. I have been playing Battlefield 4 on stream recently. It's been a lot of fun. Hit the bell icon to get notified when I go live, and it has been just so enjoyable to go back to. Yeah, it's got issues and it's given me some things to complain about, but there's a level of freedom and openness to Battlefield 4 that just isn't in a game like Battlefield 1 and 5 to me, and I really hope that 2042 nails that beautiful sandbox feeling. I love that Battlefield is sort of a Twitch casual milsim with a fun arcadey sandbox around it. It makes Battlefield one of a kind, and I hope 2042 doesn't feel inherently limiting, boring, lacking detail, lacking immersion, poor visuals, bad performance, weird controls, and awkward balance. I really hope that we just get a very clean, down-to-roots Battlefield experience with taking the best elements from Battlefield 1, 5, Hardline, and 4, and hopefully 3 in terms of map design, and we just get a really solid game out of it. Yeah, I just talked about Call of Duty, I said bad things about Halo Infinite, and I'm demanding things from the Battlefield 2042 beta. Of course I want 150 spikes around my house by tomorrow.